Good morning. I'm sitting under the most beautiful tree. See the yellow leaves above me? Oh, there's a whole carpet of yellow leaves at its base, and I'm sitting at the base on the yellow leaves. So I'm just going to get myself grounded. So breathing in. Just really release through my mouth. So the first 3 breaths I did was exhaling through my mouth. I don't do a lot of exhalation through my mouth. I just usually inhale and exhale through my nose. But when we just need to let stuff go, or we've been feeling tired, heavy, we just can let it go out of our mouths. But if we're wanting to keep the circuitry of energy in our body, we can just breathe in and out through our nose. And so that's why I finished up with a little bit of that. I'm going to be closing and opening my eyes because I'm doing a fair bit of channeling with this little video. And what this video is about, so that you can either skip it or continue to watch or whatever you feel, is just some stuff I've been feeling the last few days quite strongly. And normally I don't have a lot to say on these matters, but I felt that I should. So once again, you may feel that you want to watch this, or maybe you don't feel called, and that's, either is perfectly okay. I'm just putting it out there, and if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's for not. Okay, so what it's about is it's about really a changing of the guard. And it's a changing of the system, and it's a changing of the way that things are happening. And you may or may not yet be noticing this within your own microcosm of your body, your life, your relationships, your feelings, your thoughts. You may be noticing it now, or you may not be noticing it yet. But at some point you are going to notice it. And this is why I think this video is important. So I'm going to explain to you what this actually is, what's happening, and also what you may or may not, what you may be feeling, and how you can move through that. Okay, so what's happening is, what has happened is we've had a big shift energetically. We've had a big shift, like, on a higher level, we could say. Like, I kind of see it as a vibrational. Oh, look, these little leaves are falling down my back shirt. So it's sort of, it's happened already here, but it hasn't yet really filtered down into the physical world that we live in yet, into the more dense, like, so it's in the higher frequencies. It hasn't come down into the denser frequencies yet, although if you are already attuned to the higher, then you will be able to feel that. You'll be able, what you're feeling is here, you're feeling it in here, and you're feeling it in here, you're feeling that in here. It hasn't come into here yet. This is feeling that. If you're not in tune with that, then you'll only be feeling this, not that filtered down into this. Okay, so there are some changes that have happened here that are coming down into here. and into the world around us. Now, these changes are vibrational, as all changes are, and they haven't been caused or brought about by anything you may do or I may do or anything like that. It's just a cycle. It's just what's happening, and so that's what that's it. These vibrational changes have happened. I don't follow astrology. I don't know. Maybe there's someone who's watched this who knows a bit about astrology or other such things and may be able to explain. I don't know what's happening with moon phases or this or that, or whether it's what's going on, whether there's any correlation there about it. But maybe, I mean, have we just finished some type of a cycle? Is a cycle completed, and so that there's finished? But it is, to me, I can see and feel that there's finished. And now what's going to happen is it's going to start filtering down into here and into the world around us. The way, I'm just going to lift up this camera if I can. I didn't bring a tripod or anything, so I'm just using some sticks. That maybe seems a little bit better, I don't know. And a little bit crooked. That's what you get when you put a few little sticks. You should see the lichen on the sticks. They're just gorgeous. Anyway, so a cycle has finished. The cycle has finished, and it has brought about frequency changes or up on this level. And we are going to start to notice and start feeling it in here and in here. Now, it's very, very important that you do not get startled. I was sort of like seeing an image of a horse in a paddock with a fence, and a dog runs in, and the horse gets a fright and runs and gets caught onto the fence, you know. So don't get startled. You know, when you start to notice changes in here and here and here and here and here, it's very difficult, I know, if you're not already in the practice of remaining grounded and breathing and and all of that. If you're not in that practice, if you're busy going to, you know, you're rushing around, you're going to work, you're doing this, you're going to that, and so you're very much in here and you're not attuned to your intuition, you're not attuned to anything. So it can be kind of hard because we grasp onto what we know. So you'd be like, oh, I'm startled. I've got a fright. I've got to grab onto this. And I'm just saying that you try not to get startled if you possibly can. Maybe you may want to write yourself a note now to put somewhere, do not get startled, or there's no need to get startled, or there's nothing to be startled about. So there will, if you do feel any type of discomfort or pain or upset, what that comes from is from letting go of the old stuff, right? So old beliefs, old habits, illnesses, attitudes, relationships, anything that is not going to going to be within that vibration of joy that you are gonna and I'm gonna have, and we're all gonna have, in this beautiful vibration of joy. That it's kind of like if you had dirt all over your hands, right? And you're like, oh, I need to wash this dirt off my hands. So the dirt will get washed off, and you'll be like, oh, my hands are nice and clean here on my hands. So there may be some discomfort, not by having clean hands and not by the actual washing, but an attachment to having the dirt on your hands. So that's where the discomfort and pain will come from. It won't come from the actual washing. It won't come from having dirty hands or having clean hands. It'll come from grasping onto the dirt. So as that lets go, it's like as that tears, as that goes away, it's that little gap between that and that. It's that little gap that's the discomfort. So how can we sort that out? any effort. So any effort is not going to help. So even if that effort is, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to be kind, I'm going to be more relaxed, I'm going to be kinder on myself, I'm going to be healthier. Can you see that all of any action we take, we're taking that action out of, basically we're motivated by fear. So if I think I need to be healthier, not because if that feeling was I need to be healthy because I feel like I want to be healthier, I can feel joy in being healthier, so that's but I'm like, oh, I want to be healthier because I'm scared I'm going to get sick, or I'm unwell and so I need to be healthy, to see how it's fear motivated. So if there's a fear of like, oh, I don't want to feel discomfort, so I'm going to meditate more and I'm going to be healthier and whatever. If there's fear of discomfort, and so taking an action to sort of like try and alleviate the discomfort, and that alleviation is motivated by fear, this is the problem, right? This is not going to help. So you've got here and you've got here, and then you've got this gap in between, and that is the only thing that is going to work is when we surrender. And by that, I mean, just let go. Don't just let it go. Like just relax. The more that we can all at this point relax, sleep more, nap more, sit around and stare into space more, doing those things, the better. And I know that you may be a person who's thinking, oh, but I have to look after the children and I have to go to work and I have to do this and I have to do this. And oh, now you're telling me I need to allow time to sit around and rest. It's like, what? I can't, well, how am I going to fit that in? What's going to go? I'm actually telling you that this is happening. It's actually happening. And that's happened. And it's going to be happening down here. If you're wanting to make that gap, that you need to relax. You need to let go and relax. It's just as simple as that. So I would be prioritizing that over everything else, because everything else is it's changing, it's going. This here that's coming down into this here, it is not going to be the same way that we've lived life. It's not going to be the same way we've lived life. It's not going to be the same way you've lived life. You're not going to be thinking in the same ways. You're not going to be judging yourself in the same ways. You're not going to feel inadequate. You're not going to feel, this is absolute joy and peace and ease and flow. So much is going to change. From time frames, I need to be there at 10, I need to be there at 10:15, this needs to happen, that is changing. If you continue with that, when this starts to come through, this discomfort is going to be more. And that's why I'm being called to make this video for you. It's so that you can understand. I'm letting you know I'm a very organized, sensible person. And I'm a very organized, I like to be organized. I like to know ahead of time and I like to be prepared. It's just how I am. And I suppose that's why I'm feeling, partly why I'm feeling called to tell you this, because I want you to have the chance so that you know. So you're being warned, you're being let know what's going on. So this is what's going on. This has changed. That is going to filter down into this and into this and into this and into this, everything. And I'm saying, if you want to prepare for it, you need to relax. We need to relax. I spent yesterday, honestly, oh God, I was so tired. I had all this people visiting and I was just so tired. And for most of the day, I laid down. I just laid down. I even sort of started to follow my breath, and I started to meditate. I thought, no, I'm just going to rest. Feeling so much better today because I switched on my rest and digest nervous system rather than the fight, flight, fawn, on that physical level. And I just think we will all benefit by slowing right down and making space and welcoming that into this by allowing it. If that gets down to here and this is still this time frames, this, it's just going to be, this is going to win. Okay, it's not that a fight, but this is going to filtrate down. It is going to on a cellular level embody those cells. It is going to be in our thoughts. It's our collective thinking. It's beautiful. Now, that dirt that's going to be washed away, all the guilt and the judgment and the pain and the whatever is going. So you don't need to deal with your guilt. You don't need to deal with your pain. You don't need to deal with any of that stuff. That's how we do things now. But things are changing. And I feel, I can't tell you when you're going to really notice this, but I would say it's going to be very soon, because I can feel it, I can taste it, I can feel it, and I'm always seem to be right with these things. And when I can, yeah, look, it's going to be soon. We're going to really start noticing it. And so that's why this video. I'm just seeing what else I may need to tell you. So the questions are, I'm getting are, what can I do about it? And I'm saying to relax, to not worry, to not get startled or any of that, to just relax, to let go, to take it easy, to slow right down, and to start doing that now so that you're already, prepared. Nature. So if you can have any connection, or if you can be with any type of nature, the sky, but the sky is kind of far off. But if you can just be on the ground, if you can be around, if you're luckily fortunate enough to be living in a natural environment, this is great. This is going to really help. If you're living in a city, water, just running water. So just getting a little jug of water, a little jug of warm water, and just pouring it over your arms, just gently, and just going like this, and just thinking, warm water, just relaxing. That is going to make a huge difference to you. So if you can just use a bit of warm water, or when you have a shower, just feel yourself, just be open to change, and be open to this coming down, and just relax. That's all that any of us need to do. And if you can, slow down a little bit, and just remember that, and I don't know, you may think I'm a complete nutcase, and that's fine as well, or not, that's whatever, it's all good. But I'm giving you permission. I'm letting you know now. I'm giving you a heads up now. That if you want to be ahead of the game, and you want to make this transition less uncomfortable, and the discomfort comes from the gap between, the pain, the discomfort, the trouble that comes from the pain of letting go. It's not the actual letting, it's not the thing that you're letting go of, or not having that thing in your life anymore, or that behavior, or that thought, that way. It's not that. It's the pain of letting go. And what I'm saying is, there's going to be huge amounts of letting go. And if you want to make that a bit easier, you just need to have more space. How do we have more space? We just slow down. It doesn't mean that we're not busy. Is great. I love busy. I'm very busy. I'm pitta dominant. I'm busy. I'm about to go make some hot cross buns, I had a friend come in today. I'm always busy. Get up early. I go to bed early. I'm busy, 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 busy. And some people think that's a bit strange for someone who, in my how I am. I was going to say, I don't do much anymore, really. I mean, I write and stuff, but anyway, that's a side. You know, that maybe I'm supposed to be some quiet, monkish, like quiet person, and I'm not. I'm very busy. The trouble is, it's not the busy, it's the rushed. It's when we're rushing. This is the trouble. It's the rushing. It's not the being busy. Being busy is great. In yogic circles, it's known as karma yoga. Karma, not good and bad, not that. Karma yoga is doing, is movement, is being. It's here, it's there. It's, you know, that's all good. That's how we live our lives. It's when we rush. And normally we rush from fear. I'm not going to have enough. That's not going to be ready on time, but it's going to be perfect. It's not, maybe not going to be how you think it should be, but it will be perfect. We do not need to worry. We don't need to rush. It's very, very hard. I know I know it's very difficult. I'm not saying it's easy at all, but we don't need to rush. Okay, so being busy is good. Rushing is not good. If you have any concerns about the environment, world politics, homelessness, or loneliness, or anything, it is going to right itself. And it's going to be okay. It is. It's going to be okay. I promise you. It's going to be okay. So please don't be startled, because there's no need to be startled. Relax. No rushing. Everything is happening as it needs to in its perfect, divine, timely moment, which may or may not be according to what your mind has decided is correct, which to change, you know, topics is based on a whole lot of programming and belief systems that have come from so let's not worry about that. But it's going to be okay. So what we all need to do is we need to not rush, not to live in fear, to relax, to just relax. We need to really take some serious chill pills. We all need to take some serious chill pills and look for the signs of spring. I mean, we're here autumn in Tassie, but you know what I'm saying? Look for the signs of this coming into here. There's not going to be a great big thing, a big nuclear bomb or a big economic collapse or a big, I don't know what, disaster. It's not. It's going to be a fade of that. It's all going to fade. And then this will embody this. And so that this and this will be a mirror. And it's going to fade. It's going to happen gently. It's not a big kerfuffle. So you don't need to fight or worry. You really, really don't. I don't. We don't. We can slow down. We can relax and we can allow. Righto, I'm going to go and make some hot cross buns now. Hopefully not getting upset if my 9-year-old daughter wants to help and it's all very painful. Maybe it'll be a peaceful experience. Maybe I'll be relaxed as I make the hot cross buns. Time will tell. All right, I love you very much. And that's about it.